Hi, and welcome back to the channel, everybody. It's great to have you here on this fine Sunday afternoon or morning, depending on when you guys are watching this video, or even in the week, when you guys actually start playing the game and you're looking for a decision maker on who you should be re-rolling for Disgaea RPG. If you guys don't know how to re-roll, I did make a video on that, kind of briefly talking about how to do it on Android, a bit on the iOS side. So if you guys want to check out that video, it's a bit before this one. You guys can just search it up. That should be up there. And this video we're going to be talking about the tier list that Disgaea RPG actually made for the community. It's very, very cool that they did this. The link in the description will be to the website, so you guys could read this on your own time as well if you guys want to see that. So it'd be very cool. By the way, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe today. We're going to be covering all Disgaea RPG content on the channel, news, updates, guides, and plenty more coming up this week and coming up weeks, because I feel like this game could definitely become something very, very big. It's a very cool game, very fun. You know, it has a lot of personality because, like, you know, if you guys have not played a Disgaea game before, Disgaea is filled to the brim with a lot of personality, with a lot of, you know, greatness to it. So make sure to support the devs by pre-registering or just play the game on the release date and all that stuff. So just wanted to give you guys that little disclaimer before we actually start. So the top 3 picks as of right now in the game is we got Mr. Laharo, Valvatores, and Desco. These are the fan favorites as of right now, and they're like the best 3 out of all of these. Not to say any of these other units are not good. They're all like, to be honest, you could probably get through the entire story with any of these units, right? But the best, and for team building purposes, I would probably, Laharo, Valvatores, and Desco are definitely going to be very good picks. So when you're re-rolling, definitely go for one of those 3. Kind of make that decision. But if you want to go for Adele, if you want to go for Mao, or Rasbarrow, or Serafina, or go for something that you personally like more than one of these 3, personally, I'm a huge Valvatores stan, so I'm going to be re-rolling for Valvatores. If I re-roll, honestly, sometimes I'm like, I don't really re-roll much in gacha games because I kind of feel like I have a bit more fun trying to like get around, like, you know, grabbing like a bad unit or something like that, or a not so great unit at the very beginning, and it gives me more like reason to kind of like fight through, right? You know, take type of deal, you feel me? But it would be something, you know, I understand if you guys want to pick something else, but these are going to be the 3. But we're going to be going over all the units. So the first one that we have here on the list is Laharo. So Laharo quickly gets access to a damage increasing ability. Ability is passive, by the way, at +1. And E and Braveheart magic if you train his level, making him a strong carry. His biggest weakness is his low speed, which can be increased by equipping shoes. Also, he doesn't naturally learn a low cost AoE, so a bow would help him with that level weapon 9. So that's very cool. Laharo will get you through pretty much everything. Like, you could, you know, you get that AoE with the level 9, going to be helping you tremendously, so that's going to be very good. So that's definitely, you know, a very good unit right there. You guys want to go from? Let's go over Kilio real quick. So we got Kilio's abilities. Ensure that he gets his turn faster than most other units, and that he becomes stronger each turn. So he's a little bit of a stacker, reaching his full potential after 3 turns. He doesn't get a lot of damage increase from his abilities, but he makes up for it with speed by getting turns more often. So he's going to be more of a fast-paced character, but he's not going to be giving you the damage that you might want. But if you're looking for speed, it's definitely going to be helping, especially since he does stack a bit. So that is not a bad unit to go ahead and choose from as well. Personally, if you like Kilio a lot and he's like, you stand Kilio, it's not a bad pick. He's just not going to be giving you the damage output that you're going to be wanting, but it does not take away anything from his speed. So the speed factor in him is very, very good. So that's just another unit. Here we got Mr. Valvatores, has access to very high damage early in the game and is very hard to kill thanks to his HP draining skill and HP recovery ability. He lacks a low SP cost AoE and a strong single target attack, so consider changing his weapon to make up for the lack of AoE early on and then change it later. So with that, yeah, you could just, you know, get him to the bow level 9, and that will definitely help. But yeah, Valvatores probably seems a bit better than Laharo personally because of the amount of damage he's going to be outputting. If you're trying to just kind of blitz through content, Valvatores will probably be your #1 pick. But again, the Laharo is no slouch as well, right? It's just he's a bit slower. I think Valvatores is going to be a little faster in game. But at the same time, they're very similar in the amounts of damage that they're going to be doing. But I do think Valvatores might be a better option. But again, if you like Laharo more, go ahead and pick Laharo. Remember, you're going to be able to beat all the content with Valvatores or Laharo, so make sure to just grab something that you personally like a lot. Right? That's going to be very important. Over here we have Mr. Adele. Is a very attack focused character with plenty of fire skills. His abilities are all focused on increasing his damage, and especially against monsters. So that also means his damage will be lower when fighting humanoid enemies and enemies resistant to fire. So he does going to be more of a situational character. You know, it's not going to be a unit that is going to be consistent, because again, he's made for other, you know, just to kind of fight monsters for the most part, and he does lose half of his damage. But again, he's going to be doing more damage than most characters against a monster class. So you kind of have to make that decision on how you guys are going to want to go about that. You could definitely, you know, if you like Adele, he's not going to be a bad pick either, but just remember, in the future when you fight humanoid enemies, it's going to be a problem and an issue. So just kind of keep that one in mind. But at the same time, a very good unit as well. Just kind of understand he's very situational. And then we have Mao, is an attack int hybrid who can use either stat A at +1 NE. He will gain an extra 60% damage with star-based damage, which most of his character skills use, and at his magic damage spells as well. His high starting SP at later NE levels make up for him not having a lot of cheap skills. So Mao's going to be a pretty decent option as well. It doesn't seem he's going to be doing the most damage, but having the star damage, which is nice. But again, most of his character skills use it. Okay, yeah, he's not a bad pick if you guys want to pick Mao. But again, we kind of went over who to kind of go for. Then we got Seraphina. Doesn't have good skills or magic, but she makes up for it with her +1 NE ability, which increases all HL earned by 10%, making her a valuable utility unit. If you want to use her for your team, then consider using something other than guns, since it doesn't help add anything useful to her kit. Seraphina doesn't seem like a really good pick. Let's move on. We got Rosalind. Best stat is her int stat, and all her character skills off int as well, so there isn't any reason to use a gun on her. Getting her to a +1 NE would make her a very good passive attack support mage hybrid, where she will buff the next ally the 40% attack buff and spend her turn doing magic damage. Not very bad. Definitely not a pretty decent option. We got Cecilia, is a good contender for a mage team. She has the potential to do a good damage if you get her up to +7 NE. She has a low cost AoE skill and healing spells, so she can adapt to the situation as needed. Not a bad unit. Here is Disgaea, is a high damage AoE unit who increases the overall team damage at +1 NE by reducing all enemies' defense by 15%. She doesn't have a strong single target skill, but her strong normal attacks at +5 NE helps her through a lot of tough fights. She is very useful in a lot of easy, difficult missions because some of them require monsters, and she won't hold your team back. So again, Disgaea with that high AoE, like that high damaging AoE, is going to be very beneficial for you. A lot of power. So again, Valvatores, Laharo, Disgaea definitely still seem to be the best. Then we have Raspberry, who's the last one on the list. Skill composition make it hard to fast clear waves, and her abilities don't increase her damage either, which makes her hard to use early on. Her abilities make her best suited for a magic monster team, where she can use magic up to boost the damage of the carry. So again, very situational. And then we have a recommendation from Nikolai. A huge shout out to Disgaea RPG team. Again, links will be in the description. Players aiming for a strong start should consider rolling Laharo, Valvatores, or Disgaea to get a high damage and good early abilities. Laharo and Valvatores will be very useful in all scenarios with bows, making them better at auto battling and gives you the potential to kill all enemy waves before they have a chance to attack you. So there you guys have it. Just a kind of like a summary of what we got from the Disgaea RPG devs, which I want to have a video, like a good coherent video for you guys to make a decision. So all the rights go to them, everything goes to them. I will leave a link in the description to it. Make sure to support the devs, make sure to support the game and all that jazz. I hope this video helps you guys in your Disgaea RPG journey, and I'll see you guys for the next video. It's going to be exciting. It's coming up. So see you guys later. Bye.